Welcome to One on One on God 101. Our guest today is Joseph, one of your favorite house guests from BB24 this past summer. He's finally out of the house. Welcome, Joseph.
Thank you for having me, Julie. It's such a privilege and an honor. Any chance I can get to talk to you, I'd love it. And, this time, much better.
Yes, not on eviction night. Well, thank you for saying yes. We're going to talk all things Big Brother and what life has been like since leaving the house in just a moment. But first, God. We always ask all our guests the same first question, which is, did you grow up with faith and God in your life?
Yes. So faith in God was a big part of me growing up. My family was initially religious. We really like to follow a moral compass. I think it kind of exhibited that a little bit in the game, with my loyalty and just, how I tried to move growing up. A lot of it was, primarily just trying to be a good person in the world. And faith can be defined differently throughout families. And with mine, it was primarily what you're putting out there. So that's how my dad raised me, my mom as well. And I just tried to continue until today.
Do you pray?
I do. I would consider myself spiritual. I do here and there will like try to check in, and make sure to, just take that time for myself and a higher power and, make sure I'm just being thankful for everything that I have and everything that comes my way.
Did you pray when you were in the Big Brother house? And if so, what were those conversations with God like?
I definitely did because sometimes I felt alone and sometimes more than others, primarily my last week. And I would just, look up and wish for the best and then just, try to stay grateful for the fact that I'm breathing, for the fact that I can pray, for the fact that I'm still in this opportunity. I'm healthy. And those were just some of the things I had. Primarily, every time I find myself praying, rather than wanting something, I just try to be thankful. So my prayers will turn into me being thankful than initially wanting something. So it will usually start by maybe I don't want to go home this week, but it'll end with I'm thankful I got a chance to play the game.
Sounds like prayer turns more into praise, which is
Yeah.
nice to hear. Um, can you describe any time in your life where God has delivered you out of something that has been troublesome?
Most definitely. I would say a lot of that had to do with my mother's health. Primarily when growing up, like, it could have got difficult at times and a little hopeless here and there. But, my mom is extremely religious and it brings a lot of hope into her life. And in doing so, it gives me hope, it gives me happiness. And that alone is what paves the way for her. And in doing that, it does for me. So it's been so motivational. And, I can't really say one moment because I think every moment is a product of that. So I would say my whole life, but particularly with my mother's health.
Nice. All right, let's talk about Big Brother. Since being out of the house, have you been able to watch any of the show?
So I'm actually refraining from doing so. I have only watched the premiere. I have an agreement with Taylor that we'll watch it together when we're ready. So for now, we're not, really engaging much on the show. We're just kind of decompressing, I'm guessing, from the bits and pieces that we did grab. We just think it might be a little best for both of us to live in the moment, to, we're back outside, be present, laugh, joke, have a good time, and not just always have to analyze, look back. Um, we're just trying to, we're the luxury that we have now is we're free in a sense, and I definitely want to take advantage of that before we have to like look back, see why things happened the way they happened, and you know, just be happy, laugh, and have a good time for now.
Now, Joseph, there are quite a few fans out there rooting for a Joseph Taylor romance. Can't call it a showmance because there's no show right now.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, a tight relationship with her. What's happening? Is there a romance brewing here, blossoming?
I think that's very very easy to see from like my social media. We're getting so much closer. Like, it's so nice to just be able to enjoy each other's company without any other stress. Like, the game was extremely stressful, and I enjoyed her company so much, but I was playing the game, obviously, and that was a big part of it. I right now, I'm just the type of person, I really want to get to know someone fully. I want to do it in the right way, in the right environment. That's initially why the Big Brother house can spark something, but I don't think it's the most productive environment for building trust and happiness. So I definitely now have that opportunity, and that's what I want to do.
Okay, so the people who call themselves jailers, Joseph Taylor fans, should be happy with
Yeah.
where things are right. Okay, we like that. Um, what has it been like since you've been out of the house, out of the jury house? Does it feel strange? Are you getting your sea legs? How do you
Oh
feel?
my God. I can say it's overwhelming at times, but definitely joyful. Like, I have the opportunity to talk to my family whenever I want. My brother is always with me. I can, get to know people. I get to interact with people. I'm kind of a social butterfly, so I love the opportunity. I'm not restrained. I have the freedom. If I want to go outside, I can go outside. If I want to go for a run, exercise, anything, I just lost all those constraints, and I couldn't be more happy to have that back. And but sometimes I do feel overwhelmed. I do feel like if those people that I've gotten close to over these 3 months aren't around me, specifically Taylor, like I can feel myself being like, oh, where are they? Like, what's going on? Like, it's almost like some form of a dependency, but that's what the house does, and that's why we're decompressing, and we're all just slowly trying to get back into the real world.
Yes. Are you getting recognized?
Yes, absolutely. I actually went to Disney World, and definitely a unique experience for me. I didn't have much of a platform or following before this. I think it's so sweet. Like, I absolutely love it. I think people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you," and I'm like, "It's not a bother at all." Like, I love speaking to people and engaging with them. So if you see me, please do. But it's definitely unique, and I'm very appreciative for it.
One of the big reveals on finale night, to your, former housemates was that you are a lawyer.
Yes.
And people just thought, "Look at this guy. He, looks like a personal trainer." And I wonder if, in life, people have underestimated you because of your physical fitness and your appearance. Did they underestimate that you were much more than just brawn, but you also have brains?
More often than not, people will automatically assume that it is just bronze. Like, usually, and I guess by my goofy or joyful personality, it might not necessarily complement my calculated or strategic side. So that does happen to me a lot. It's happened occasionally in law school, and before that in undergrad. And in various environments, I do love to have a good time. I love to laugh. I just think that's associated, and there's a right time and place for everything. I just think that can't, like, life's short. Like, be happy. And I think that makes people underestimate me a lot, and I've gotten a lot more often than not. You're a lot smarter than you initially come across. So
Did
hopefully,
you
yeah.
did your housemates, fall in that category?
Yes, actually, hilariously enough, I was eating a pizza, and it was a little cold, and there was a fire, so I just kind of like brought it close to the fire, and they were all just watching me, and they were like, "Joseph, this things like this is why no one thought you were a lawyer." So it definitely was shocking to them. Um, but I guess the ones who played the game with me, when they spoke to me after, they were like, "No, this actually isn't as shocking." The only shocking factor to them was my age. They were like, the fact that you're so young, that was what did it. But they were like, "No, once we strategized with you and spoke with you, like, it didn't come off as initially shocking."
Nice. Well, what's next for you? Are you, going back to lawyering? Are you, going back to Florida? What are your plans now that you're out of the house?
Julie, I wish I could tell you because I'm honestly just kind of living in the moment. And in doing so, so many opportunities have started to come my way. And I, I was freshly starting practicing law, so it might be something I definitely want to keep doing and return to, but I'm also loving this door that Big Brother has opened for me, and thank you guys for that. And I'm just kind of seeing where it takes me. I'm trying to plan, I'm trying to come up with ideas, and the best way I can summarize that is stay tuned.
I love it. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for being you, spending time to talk to us and speaking from your heart. I just wish you Godspeed in everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Julie. I love you. You guys are the best, and thank you for everything. I'll always be so grateful for you guys.
God bless. We'll speak soon, Joseph. Be well.
Thank you. God bless.